the cancer returned, but in a harsher way. So they told me that they had to remove my eye, or either else I was gonna die. So they told me to make a choice. It was hard because I also knew that I was gonna look different from other people.
Right before I was going into surgery, I was sitting on the bed outside the operating room getting ready and everything, and I remember just taking a pen from one of the nurse's aides and just writing "I love you" on the knee of my leg, and that was the last thing I basically did for my leg.
You never knew how life was so precious to you until you're at that hospital, looking at the window while the rain is dripping down. You feel like the emptiness. Meanwhile, you're learning all these new life lessons. Like, instead of being all depressed with yourself and being mad, try to create something with that. One of the things that helped me get through this experience was painting. I love to paint. Whenever I was painting, I was like, oh my goodness, this is where I want to be. I want to be in a sunny place, at home, safe, and out of the hospital. If you think of the positives, it helps you heal faster.
I'm really like a normal person when my counts are good. I'm trying to have fun as much as I can before the next chemo.
Perfect. Let me get you clipped in here.
One of the things I like to do when I'm active and I'm feeling good is the ropes course. You climb telephone poles in a harness and you go across ropes and you jump from platforms and they catch you and all the acrobatic stuff, sort of. The most fun part about it is jumping off the platform and trying to hit the ball.
When my treatment began, I just thought I had cancer, but I still could do the normal things I could have done. Like run, play sports, be just a normal kid, just like with cancer. But everything stopped, I couldn't go to school. My hair fell out, and I had to get treatment every week.
It's like everything we do is all because of my brain tumor. And I don't know how regular life is because I don't live a regular life.
The hospital is not a world for kids because you don't want to be there. On the IV machine, you do not want to be in there. It's not like home. Not in your own room, not your food. The food, you don't want to be in there, no. I don't want my friends to be coming to the hospital because I don't like them seeing me sick.
Looking at all these sick kids, with cancer, when I first saw them, I felt awkward. Then, when they started introducing me to them, it made me realize that it wasn't only me. The world was, full with kids with cancer.
Sometimes it makes me feel sad because I don't like this cancer. Sometimes it makes me feel happy because the cancer is going away and I'm going to be better and out of here, finally.
The day I got out of the hospital, I felt like I had a new life. I could press play on my life again.
Right now, I've been in remission for 5 years, and remission basically means that there are no cancer cells in my body, and tests have shown that none are growing. So it means that I'm cancer-free. It doesn't necessarily mean you're cured, because there's nothing to make sure that the cancer doesn't come back. My parents got me a prosthesis. It's a metal leg that you attach to yourself so you can walk. That was really hard to adjust to because I didn't like wearing it at all. But eventually I got more used to it, and now I wear the leg every day. My leg is called a C-leg, which means the leg is computerized, and it has a small computer in the back of the leg over here. In order to bend my leg, I have to put pressure on the tip of the foot, and this makes the leg bend, and therefore I'm able to walk.
I haven't been to school for 2 years. I'm in homeschool, but in January I'm returning to school because that's when my chemotherapy is going to stop. I'm just anxious to go to school because I feel like people label me as a kid with cancer, or some people just feel disgust on you, they're like, oh, are you going to give me cancer or something? But it's not contagious, you can't catch cancer, it just happens to come to you, so you can't give it to nobody. So
My friends haven't seen me since I had all my hair, but now they're gonna see me bald, so I don't know what they're gonna think about me. I'm planning on to see my friends on my birthday. I don't know if they're still gonna be my friends or something.
When I went back to school, I wore a hat because I didn't want anybody to see my baldness. I was very worried that my friends were going to treat me different. But once I took the hat off, I realized that they were fine with it. They didn't really care. And so if they didn't care, why should I?
When I went back to school, I don't think kids really knew that well how to relate to me. I think the kids were like a little scared by my leg, so they were a little afraid to become friends with me or talk to me. That made the transition really hard. I was like the kid that wasn't like invited to like parties with everyone. And for kids with cancer, I think some of us go through points where we're so confused and hurt by how kids are reacting to us that we sometimes wish we were back in that hospital.
I think the experience of a veteran it's a lot like the experience of a cancer survivor, because you are coming back from a war. You're coming back from the fight for your life, basically. My name is Bryn. I'm from upstate New York. About 2 years ago, I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, and I've been in remission after 6 months of treatment. I think that the hardest part about cancer was not the treatment for me, but it was just getting back to my normal life. I think it requires a lot more courage and a lot more strength to fight to live again. I'm part of a group called Teens Living with Cancer. It's really a support group that just helps us talk to someone else who experienced the same thing.
They weren't kidding about how much heat you was through your head.
I yell at my mom and my sisters all the time now, because like their hairbrush will be on the sink and I'm like, what, just because you have hair you can't clean out your hairbrush? That's disgusting.
Teens Living with Cancer, really every word is important in that title, because there's teens living with cancer who have it right now, and there's people who are still living with the thoughts about cancer. They're still living with all the aftermath of it. We ran a book club over the summer where we invited kids from the community to talk to us about having cancer and to read books about it.
I thought the book was really, really good. The treatment part interested me, but I wanted to know everyday life, what it was like with your friends.
Well, as far as daily life, it really sets you apart from your friends. Once we started talking about it, we realized some of the things that people just don't know.
A lot of people just think that cancer is a death sentence, but that's not always the case. There are a lot of survivors like me out there, and a lot of people don't get that. I think that's the main reason that a lot of people lose a lot of friends when they have cancer, is because other people just don't know how to deal with it when they think that their friend's gonna die. But I think people have to realize that that might happen, but it might not, and the person's gonna need you there either way. My friends stayed with me through most of my treatment, and that was really important to me.
This year, I started a new school, and I wanted to show the kids that I was just like them. So the first day of school, I put together a little speech about my leg and about my situation and how this was affecting my life.
I was diagnosed with osteosarcoma, which is a type of bone cancer, when I was 7. I wear a prosthesis for my right leg, which I wear most of the time.
That speech made a big difference.
I was curious how the leg works.
I wanted them to include the leg and how they thought of me, but I didn't want the leg to make them afraid of me. So me and my friends now are just able to be friends and hang out.